Hi, everybody. Welcome to Queers and Soaps. I'm Tommy, joined by Aaron, and today we have a very special guest for a very special segment we're starting called Soapboxing, where we give you 10 minutes to bitch and complain or tell us what you love about your current shows on daytime or primetime. Today, our first guest is Ava. Hey, Ava.
Hi, Tommy. Hi, Aaron.
Hello. So what shows or soaps do you want to talk about and rant about?
Well, I haven't watched it. I'm kind of glad I didn't. The Haves and the Have-Nots series finale.
Okay.
I've heard that they kind of made like the Loving murders. Like everyone dies, and like Tyler Perry must have watched the Loving murders and just like something like that. And I just find it hilarious that I didn't watch because I did watch Have the Have-Nots when in early heydays because my mom watched it. And before she died, she called the next Shonda Rhimes. And at first I didn't believe her. And I was like, yeah, right. I didn't believe her until after she died, until I started working on my soap within the family. I'm like, well, maybe I can do something. And it was also Empire that kind of started, kind of like saw Empire and how they got successful. And I'm like, well, if they can do it, so can I.
Did you watch Power?
I didn't have cable.
Oh, okay.
No.
I just started Power for the first time, so if you're interested, it's on Hulu. I don't know if you have Hulu.
I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes, but they seem okay. Seems like less soap opera and less urban like drama.
Yeah, I could see that.
Now on Twitter, you've been mentioning that you're not really liking the new Dynasty. What is it you're not liking? Because I love it.
Well, I have the first season on DVD and I have like season 2 on Prime. And I kind of like those 2 seasons, but something I don't know, maybe it's like the crystals I had playing, and just maybe just like having like numerous women as crystal, and it's like maybe I'm too like hard, like too loving of like the original Dynasty, even though I haven't finished like the full series.
I haven't either.
I haven't either.
Me neither.
So we're right there with you.
I only got to season 4, and I really want to see the Moldavian Massacre and see how big that hit was.
Me too. I only finished season 4 and I started season 5, so I'm kind of in the same area you are.
That's exactly where I'm at too. And I really want to get to that the massacre. That's like what I want to get to.
Yeah. I'm currently watching the old Dallas. I'm on season 8.
Oh, okay.
And I love Dallas on Prime. I just love drunk Sue Ellen. I just gotta say it. I just love her when she's drunk. But she's always causing mischief. And my favorite scene of Dallas is when like Lucy was on pills, Sue Ellen was drinking, and like Sue Ellen was like on like top of the stairwell, and Lucy was downstairs. She's like, "What are you doing?" And all of a sudden, like Sue Ellen just falls down, and like and like Lucy's like playing with her like she's drunk. I don't know why, but I like that scene because I'm not a big fan of Lucy, but when she was drunk one time when she caught like Sue Ellen, I think so-and-so guy's name of affair. She was like so drunk. She's like, when are you two her having this affair? And I think this was during the time before Bobby was shot. But I remember just being like, so I don't know, something about Lucy. I don't know.
So is Sue Ellen your favorite character on Dallas?
Yeah. Her and I think I don't know, I'm not so far. I know Susan Lucci was on there, and I was like, no way. I was like, Susan Lucci was on Dallas. I'm like, well.
I haven't seen that either.
Yeah. She's only on for like 2 episodes, I think, but I don't know which season it is.
Okay.
But I'm still like getting used to it. But the one thing I hate about the old Dallas, that it was very like old school white soap opera problems. Because it seemed like one thing like I kind of wish Diane Carroll was on Dallas because she would have been like so interesting to see her with like Sue Ellen or JR or Miss Ellie or Jock, but she's perfect on Dynasty. And I don't hate the actress that plays Dynasty in the Dynasty reboot. She's doing fine. So I'm just kind of like, I'm trying to get used to the new Dynasty because I'm just thinking to myself, well, like, maybe it's just how it is. Because I know they're doing a reboot in like Turkey. I saw on IMDb. Yeah, they're doing a reboot in Turkey, and I'm like, well, I see that and see how they mimic the American reboot versus the Turkish reboot and see how they kind of collide. But I'm kind of like, I don't watch a lot of like soaps like I watch a lot of soaps on YouTube, like Savannah on Falcon Crest and Dallas Dynasty. Because I kind of like, I'm old school, because I don't really, because there's not a lot of stuff I watch. I mean, I'm a wrestling fan, so I kind of watch either Days of Our Lives, Monday Night Raw, or SmackDown, or I'm really reading. So that's
so
why,
Days
like,
of Our Lives is your daytime soap that you watch?
yeah.
Who are your favorite characters on Days?
For right now, EJ. I never watched EJ when he was on, because I thought soap operas as a kid were ridiculous. I was like, who wants to watch a woman levitate off a bed and get possessed by a devil and turn into Cougar? Who wants to see
it? I did.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it then, but I see it now, and I was like, well, why did I watch that? Because I was like late in the soaps, and it wasn't until I stumbled upon Falcon Crest, which is my favorite soap ever. I'm on season 6, and I'm just like, oh my god, it's the best soap ever. I love Angel Channing. I love Melissa.
I'm watching that for the first time. I'm in the middle of season 3.
Okay.
I like Melissa. Melissa is my favorite.
Me too.
James Lott Jr. does an after show for Falcon Crest that I think Tommy watches too, and he says it's really good. So you should check it out.
Yeah.
Okay. But when I saw Falcon Crest, it was like, okay. And then I saw Empire, and that show got big, and I was like, okay, maybe I can do it. And like Within the Family started to slowly become like its own. But until my mom died in 2017, I remember thinking to myself, I had to put it on the back burner because I had to made this big move from Wisconsin all the way to Texas. And it wasn't until I was in my uncle's loft that I was like, well, what if I was set in Texas? You know, and I just need to know the customs and the lifestyles and like how people do here, because I know it's like different. Because I'm like, I didn't feel like I belonged.
Is that why you got into Dallas? Because you moved to Texas?
I lived in Stevensville, which is 2 hours away from Dallas. So like, I don't go to Dallas a whole lot. I stay in the Stevensville area.
But is that why you started watching Dallas? Because you live in Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the reboot on Amazon Prime. And like so far, I kind of like I didn't finish the old school Dallas. I'm kind of like far behind. So I'm just kind of like, I'm not watching the new Dallas. So I'm just kind of like balancing it out. But I kind of don't see how it kind of got 3 seasons. It seems like they had something going with like the Jock Ewing, the John Ross Ewing and like Christopher storyline. But something about the like, I don't know, something doesn't feel right. I don't know. Maybe they just couldn't. I just feel they should not kill off Victoria Principal. She's a good actress. I want to see her more in Titans. I love Titans. I just really like that Titans thing. It just like, I wouldn't kill off like Richard for some reason. I just would have him here's what I would have done. I would have him in a coma and like have like Chandler and Heather fighting in the hospital room. And she's like, well, I'm pregnant with your baby and I'm not sorry that I didn't sleep with you in Hawaii or something. And he overhears it. And like he wakes out of his coma, he threatens like the Blake Carrington sort of like rain of fire. Like he's firing everybody. He's going on cylinders. And she's like, I'm pregnant. She's like, I know it's Chandler's baby or something like that. But I just wouldn't do it. But
so you've seen Titans. We're almost done with it. We have like 4 episodes left to watch. And then we're gonna talk about it. So I saw on Twitter you posted a picture of Julian from the new Gossip Girl. So I assume you're watching the new Gossip Girl?
Yeah, I saw the first episode and like I was a little skeptical because I have season 2 of Gossip Girl on DVD and I'm kind of like, it brings back old memories. So like I kind of find it unique that they have the teachers as Gossip Girl, which is like,
I like that.
It was a good twist.
Yeah. Did you like the first episode?
Yeah, I'm still salty the fact that Dan's Gossip Girl. I just feel like there's no like.
I think a lot of us are.
I mean, it's just better if it was Georgina, Dorota, somebody who's like we don't know, or just don't reveal at all. Because that's what they did in the books. In the books, they don't reveal who Gossip Girl was. I'm like, I would have done that, or just do Bridgerton. Like, just like I haven't seen Bridgerton. I'm just like, just do like Bridgerton. Like, keep us in suspense.
Yeah. But so you're an aspiring soap writer. Have you posted any of your writing online that people could go and read?
Well, I'm currently writing my soap. You know, I had a co-writer that we were talking, but so far we've kind of saw we kind of like, I'm self-taught, she's kind of professional, and I've been like here like rewriting my with the film script for like 5 or 6 years, and I've written a Bible because I want it to be perfect. Because I really want to bring back those old school soap operas that we love. Because I feel like Filthy Rich had the potential. I liked the first episode because it's very dramatic and soapy. And like Savannah, my favorite show, I stumbled upon YouTube. And it's like everything I could want a soap. Because I didn't watch a lot of soaps. Again, I didn't watch Donna Tudor and About Place in the 90s. So I was in my own world. I was into Barney. I was into Molly Morph Power Rangers. I was into my own world. Yeah, I was into my own world. I wasn't into that or soaps. I was just kind of like into my own. And I kind of got into passions a little bit. I had a huge crush on Dustin Hartley. I was like, oh my God, he's perfect. But I don't watch This Is Us. I'm just kind of like, man, I'm like, if he can do like a Passions reboot and come back for the dead, he can like, we'll be good.
So how do you feel about the spin-off of Days of Our Lives that's going to be on Peacock?
I'm so excited.
Oh, I am too. Billy Reed's coming back.
I'm still waiting for the Pine Valley reboot.
Yeah, we are too.
Trust me, I'm tweeting. I'm tweeting all the time trying to get my voice heard.
Yeah. And I've been reading a lot of books. There's this book series called The Bourbon Kings by J.R. Ward, which is a very like something like at a dynasty, but in the South. It's about a bourbon making family in Kentucky. And like they have everything, like it's like have-nots, but just better. So I recommend you read that. It's called The Bourbon Kings. It's a trilogy, it's 3 books.
Bourbon Kings?
Yeah, it was supposed to be a series on NBC because NBC bought the rights, but they didn't do anything with it. They had the writer from Empire do it and everything, and I don't know what happened, but I'm still waiting for that. I'm still salty. When is it coming?
So far, the only thing that NBC has done that's right is give us a Days of Our Lives spinoff.
Yeah.
I'm salty.
But all right, so thanks for coming on, Ava.
Thank you so much.
Hope to talk to you again soon.
Okay. Hopefully when I'm an accomplished writer, I can talk to you about my show.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, definitely. We look forward. If you post anything online, let us know. We'll promote it. But thanks, Ava. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much.
Okay? Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. You guys have a great day.
You
too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.